Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Eli Iliana Akilah and today I am joined by my group mates Ashraf, Nur Atikah, Nur Ashikin Shuhada and Sharifah Nur Farizan on the topic Factors Why Democracy Political System is Practiced in the Modern Era. Our presentation consists of a few sections and we will be taking turns presenting each part. The introduction, the factors of democracy, and the conclusion. In the introduction, I will be providing a brief background on democracy, its historical context, and its relevance to modern governance. Then, we will be exploring the four key factors that contribute the widespread adoption of democracy in the modern era. Each group member will discuss one factor, providing examples and analysis. And then finally, we will conclude by summarizing our main points and emphasizing the significance of democracy as a political system today. So, what is democracy? Democracy is often an ambiguous term used to represent an ideal form of government, encompassing various desirable aspects such as freedom of assembly, association, religion, expression, voting rights, and more. But overall, it is defined as a government from the people, by the people, and for the people. However, in 2023, some nations still hesitate to embrace it. Democracy dates back to the ancient Greece and Rome, but its mainstream ideology emerged during the Anglo-American ages. It has evolved over time and influenced by thinkers like Francis Bacon and René Descartes. Today, over 20 nations practice full democracy, while others adopting flawed democracy or hybrid regimes. Despite its flaws, many modern countries have chosen democracy as their political system. Today, we explore the ideals and mindsets behind democracy and the reasons nations implement it. Democracy has been practiced worldwide for over thousands of years. Its origins trace back to the ancient Greece, where it still meant people's participation in decision making. The Republic of Plato and Aristotle's Politics are among the oldest texts regarding the Athenian democracy. Plato stated that democracy is a system that worships freedom, meaning that people freely express their opinions. This freedom will conflict with the rights and obligations of others, though. The freedom is without limits, without rules, and without laws. Although modern democracy empowers people and places ultimate power in their hands, legitimacy and consent are crucial for its functioning. While direct democracy has existed, like in Malaysia, representative democracy is prevalent today, where people elect representatives to execute policy objectives. And that concludes my part of the presentation. I shall now pass the floor to my group mates for further analysis and discussion on a few factors making so many nations choose to practice democracy.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Sharifah Nur Farizan. So I will continue this slide about democracy improve the quality of decision making. Number one, political decision making is one of the most important research domain in political psychology, and rational choice theory is the most commonly used theoretical framework to explain decision making process. Number two, high quality decision making promotes transparency and accountability in a democratic system. Number three, when decisions are well reasoned, supported by evidence, and based on ethical consideration, it becomes easier to hold decision maker accountable for their action. Good decision-making led by democracy help in formulating effective policy and strategies. When decisions are based on reliable data, public opinions, and true analysis, they are more likely to address societal challenges and achieve desired outcomes. High quality decision making in democracy is made achievable when citizens make informed choice and actively participate in democratic process. A democratic government that has an improving quality of decision making ensures that decisions are transparent, inclusive, evidence based, and responsive to the need and aspiration of the people. Democracy also brings meaningful public participation in decision making, so decision can be finalized easier and smoother. Democracy is based on consultation, discussion, and participation. Even though it takes time, the decision take is informed and just. It prevents the chance of rash and irresponsible decision. A democratic decision always involves many people participating in discussion and meeting. When there are so many people putting their heads together, they are able to point out possible flaw in a particular proposal.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Nur Shuhada and I will be present the slide from 11 to 14. My slide title is Democracy Promotes Equality Among Citizens. Democracy is described as a type of government committed to the realization of self-determination principle. Democracy has multifaceted connection with equality. However, there is no doubting that democracy has done wonders for many countries in terms of citizen equality and fulfillment. Different in terms of race, religion, social class, level of education, language, generation, gender, belief, and urban or rural are often the trigger factor for friction, disagreement, and conflict. Democracy is the key to social cohesion, a peaceful, stable, and prosperous state in multiracial society. This is one of the reasons for us to unity. Democracy helps citizens realize that every government decision is fair. Voice and equality are central to the democracy political system. Democracy promotes equality among citizens is the reason why people prefer democracy. Thus, it enhances the dignity of an individual because they can raise their voice about certain issue. Four key ideas of Australian democracy as you can see in the slide. Number one is active and engaged citizens. Without active and engaged citizens, the democracy is end. Number two is an inclusive and equitable society. Number three is free and franchise election. Number four and the last is the rule of law applied to all, including people and the ruler. Democracy truly and mainly attends to the citizen in a nation. This is excellent as logically. However, there is thing to remember. If the citizen of Malaysia really love the democracy, they have a boundary they have to set. In Malaysia, we have to respect the constitution of, of our country. Thank you and have a good day.
Hi, my name is Noatika. I will present the third factor in the importance of democracy, which is democracy enhances the dignity of citizens. Democracy is a type of government where individuals have the power to choose their lawmakers. When citizens work together to vote wisely, they may identify any potential weaknesses in every choice they make. In democracy, the vote-based system operates on the basis of navigation. A majority rule government relies based on decision-making with the principle of guidance and discussions. Democracy provides citizens equal status and opportunity to each and every one of them, as the word democracy literally means people's rule. Democracy enhances the dignity of citizens through various factors. First is through legal basis, which works on the principles of individual freedom and dignity. Second, people are not subject of a ruler, they are the rules themselves. Even when they make mistakes, they are responsible for their conduct. Third, respect and equal treatment of women are necessary ingredients of a democratic society. Fourth, the passion for respect and freedom are the basis of democracy. Fifth, democracy is based on the principle of political equality, or recognizing that the poorest and least educated has the same status as the rich and educated. Six, democracy provides political equality to all, recognizing that the poor, the rich, the least educated have the same status as the rich and the educated. Democracy enhances the dignity of citizens by permitting citizens to act against their own mistakes and putting citizens in positions of authority. Next, one approach for nations to remedy their own mistakes under democracy is by choosing to not re-elect the same governance. The major power remains with the public. Therefore, if people choose the wrong representative, it can be changed. In popular governments nowadays, individuals in a nation can choose during elections for delegates that represent the political ideological parties that they like. Democracy is a freedom and dignity for all. Government parties are groups of people who have shared opinions about how a country should be run. Different ideological parties have different ideas on how the public power should handle particular issues. The democratic system represents legislation of people, by people, and for people.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam Malaysia Madani. I am Ashraf bin Kahasani. I am a member of this group that will participate in this presentation, and I wish Sir Rizwan in a good and healthy condition. Thank you for the friend who made that presentation early. Our group has chose the title Democracy, political system in the modern era, and I will present democracy enhance the dignity of the citizen. All right, a government party are a group of people who have shared opinion about how a country should be run. A different ideology party have different idea on how the public power should handle particular issue. The democratic system represent legislation of the people by the people and for the people. All right. Okay. For the next topic, we will see how the democracy offer an accountable and legitimate the government. The concept of accountability and legitimacy in government is one of the most fundamental aspect of a modern era democratic society. There is strong relation and the importance of accountability and legitimacy in government, their relationship and how they contribute to the overall well-being of a society. Accountability and legitimacy go hand in hand, and a government that lack one or both of this quality is likely to face challenges in its government. All right. All right. For the next slide, we can see how the democratic government is proven to be accountable as it create trust among the citizen and foster a sense of the participation in decision making process. Next, transparent is an essential component of the accountability in government. Okay, for this slide, I want to quote what is Thomas Jefferson say. The Thomas Jefferson say, the will of the people is the only legitimate foundation of any government, and to protect its free expression should be our first object. They also believe that democracy is suitable for the country. A democratic government is people-owned government. People wish by representative elected by them. All right, for this slide, we can see is important mention that accountability and legitimacy are closely related. A government that is accountable is more like to be recognized as legitimate by the citizen. A government that lack accountability is likely to face challenge to its legitimacy as citizen may question the government action and decision. In summarize, accountability and legitimacy in government are essential to functioning of a democratic society. And accountability and legitimacy are closely related. And a government that lack one or both of this quality is likely to face challenges its governance. All right. For the conclusion for this topic, I would like to start for the point of the for a country that practice a democracy system, that existence of a political party in the country must be fundamental matter in the recognizing the country as a democratic country. For the political transformation, is very important. This understanding is a new era for Malaysia following the political that erupted as a result of the political elite scheming in the Sheraton move step of February 2020. Therefore, democracy is seen more as a tool to achieve political stability than a political goal. The G15 will change the political field of Malaysia drastically. No more party will dominate. Therefore, cross-party understanding between the government and different bloc may continue to be one of the important feature of the country political system. It is time we all accept that the dynamic of the democracy have changed. A winner will not win all, and the loser will not lose all. Like now, the Pakatan Harapan is combined with the Barisan Nasional to make a government, a new government, is call it is a unity government. Democracy require a culture that encourage people to respect the right of the other addition to defending their own. We can look the right participate spirit of the tolerance. All right, for the last one, for the conclusion for this topic, I would like to quote the democracy according to Dye and Ziegler, 1996, is a government system that involves the participation of individual in decisions that have an impact of their life. In this regard, public participation in government is very important for the reason democracy means rule by the many, government by the people in a country, according to Malik Ibrahim. All right. Okay, that's all from me and all of us. Hopefully, this slide will give us all a new knowledge. All right. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.